Everybody, you are about to finish the 2/3 of our training, and I'm quite sure you already know much more than the majority of people who start crowdfunding. Let's add some more value to your knowledge and talk about your video, which is in fact one of the most important elements of your campaign. So in our previous module, we were talking about Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I hope I could help you choose the platform which suits you the best. So now let's get over today's outline and see what we're gonna cover today. So we'll speak about 7 big tips to create videos which are irresistible. And we'll analyze my favorite crowdfunding video. And that's it. This is the shortest outline that we had so far, but don't worry, as I've tried to put some great content in here as well. Even if you have budget and outsourcing professionals to shoot you a video, you'll get some great information and tips to help your team create some great videos together. You don't need to be a crowdfunding genius to work out that video is one of the most important elements of your campaign. In fact, it's probably the most important. Showing is always far more effective than telling, and the film is much easier to click on than a lengthy paragraph to read. So if you can afford, hire a professional. If not, take your iPhone and do it yourself. So here are our 7 big tips. Tip number 1. Be personable. Creating a crowdfunding campaign is an incredibly personal experience. People like people more than companies. So it's better to say I'm this person and going to do this work rather than this is ABC company and it's going to do XYZ work. So tell your story. Star yourself. The story behind who you are as a creator and why you started your mission. Honesty enables your backers to fall in love with your story. Just don't forget that people fund people, not ideas, missions, or projects. Try to be likable and use your old charm, otherwise backers won't hand over their money. Tip number 2. Keep it short. We want to get information about your idea quickly, not to devote a whole afternoon to it. The best Kickstarter videos are all under 3 minutes, so follow their example and keep it short. Remember that people are busy and make it within 2-3 minutes. Tip number 3. Structure your video. Projects are unique and you'll get the best video only when you understand your target audience clearly. However, in my experience, the most successful videos on Kickstarter follow a similar structure. Introduction. This is brief, just a few words. Problem. Discuss briefly what problem you are trying to solve and why your contemporaries haven't managed it yet. Solution. This is the part where you talk about your motivation and a little about your product. Viewers want to know why you decided to solve the problem and how your solution will help them. People might like people, but they also like products that make their life easier. Next comes team. Introduce your team. They should come across as capable and professional. People that are going to support you make something incredible. Technology. How are you going to solve your problem and what technology are you going to use? Remember what I said about honesty? Well, this is the part where you make your plans transparent. Just not too techy. Next, outcomes. Now you can really talk about your product. Introduce backers to the final design. And my favorite part, call to action. Don't let your crowdfunding video fizzle out. Capitalize on all the interest you've built up during your video and end on a call to action. Something that encourages potential backers to act straight away. Try to make them feel like part of your team, an integral member who is vital to your success. Tip number 4. Don't beg. Avoid asking directly for help or donations. Instead, ask them to contribute to become a partner. Together, you can make something spectacular. Let's go one by one. So don't solicit. Inspire rather than ask. You're making it together, remember that. Invite people to join you in realizing your incredible idea. You have a unique story, so people who will support you will become part of your story. So don't forget that. Tip number 5. Consider the splash, the thumbnail picture. The front page of your video is called the splash, and it is important. Make sure the first frame of your video is an image that will encourage a click. Make it beautiful, expressive, and sexy. They are the big winners in this game. Tip number 6. Choose music to inspire people. I don't care how good your idea, video, or product is. If you introduce it to me over the tones of heavy metal, I'm not going to invest. All the best crowdfunding videos have background music that has spirit and leaves an impression. You can search for inspirational music in these websites: marmosetmusic.com, audiojungle.net, royaltyfreemusic.com, and in the audio library of YouTube. So you can find very good music in these sites for free or very cheap. Tip number 7. Please try not to be boring. Not to be boring myself, I limited this listing only to 7 this time. So even if you've done the shooting yourself, try to outsource the editing to professionals. They can make interesting cuts and put some text in the video, which makes the video more interesting and interactive. Just brainstorm with your team to find some interesting and creative ideas. The more unique, funny, entertaining, or inspiring your video is, the better chances you will have. And if all those tips are not enough for you to create some great videos, just watch our list of best crowdfunding videos and get some great ideas from there. You may find the link of our YouTube channel below this video and watch our selection of great videos. I have personally chosen the videos which worked very well, and some of them didn't spend big money on their videos at all. Let's analyze one of my favorite Kickstarter videos, Elevation Dog for iPhone. So let's pause the presentation in here, go to the link below this video, watch the Elevation Dog video and come back. We are going to analyze some tricks that creators of this video put in there. Hope you didn't cheat and indeed watched the video, didn't you? If yes, now let's analyze it and you'll see how structured it is. So although I advise people to stick to the structure above, however, it mostly depends on your product and audience, and this video has variations as well. Hope you like it. Now let's go one by one. So the video starts with a simple and effective explanation of the problem. In fact, the creators devoted a whole 27 seconds to demonstrating just how widespread the problem is, showing us tons of poorly designed iPhone dogs. To make the watcher be clear that this is a problem, creators amplified the first 27 seconds with an uncomfortable music and nervous hand moves of a man. Things changed drastically starting from 36th second of the video. The positive mood continues with an iPhone that is comfortably fitted in the displayed new dog and the nervous hand just disappeared. Next comes the introduction, the personal element. Casey, the superhero of the video, underlines why he decided to create this product and what was the reason he decided to get his hands dirty. Then Casey tells us about technology. Casey tells us what technology and materials he will use to produce the dog, and then we get to see him in a factory. We are building a picture of him as a capable guy who is happy to get his hands dirty. In short, we are starting to trust that he knows what he is doing. He highlights the quality of his products by letting us know that this is the same technology Apple uses. This is very clever since Apple fans are A. his target market and B. love absolutely anything related to the brand. Next, expected outcome. Now Casey shows us what he hopes to achieve and what features his product will incorporate. And the nervous hand just can't help himself to intervene once more and show us how frustrated he gets with the bad dogs. Now the real outcome. We get a nice description of the new dog and its features and why it is above the competition. Oh, and the nice neuro-linguistic element I noticed in here, when Jeff thinks it's great. Well, Jeff is the vice president of Apple, for those who didn't know that. With a simple move, the hand, notice not nervous anymore, unplugs the iPhone, which gets off very easily. So there was a problem and it is solved. The new atmosphere of the new doc makes us wow. Now about call to action. So Casey finishes his work, washes his hands, and then tells us how excited he is. He's trying to deliver similar excitement to his audience. Just to emphasize how Apple-friendly the new dock is, the video ends with a demonstration of how well the dock works with other Apple products, as each self-respecting Apple enthusiast owns several Apple products, right? So what's the reason why I love this Kickstarter campaign video so much? Because Casey knows his audience. He's targeting Apple owners exclusively. His video is exactly in the same style as Apple uses when unveiling its new iPhone to the market. And he raised $25,000 in the first 2 hours after launch. By the time his campaign closed, a total of 12,500 people had chosen to back the Elevation dock. And Casey and his film raised a cool $1.5 million in the process. Cool, right? So watch other videos, get inspired, and inspire others. That's how the great things in the world are being created. Who's to say that in a few short months I won't be sitting here and writing an article about that brilliant video that you've just made? Who knows? Okay guys, so let's sum it up. So we talked about being personable. We talked about keeping it short, about structuring your video, about absolutely not begging, about considering the splash or the thumbnail picture, about choosing a good music, and the most important part, about not to be boring. So in the next module, we're going to speak about the 9-step logic of your campaign structure. I can't wait to see you in the next module. Have a great day. Bye.